Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa in the building, and today, man, as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, I got another banger in store for y'all, man. Today, I'm gonna be bringing y'all the first ever one-of-a-kind glass cleaning facilitator build coming at y'all on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. Now, I actually already have the current gen version of this build made, so if y'all want that, go ahead and drop a comment and a like. But man, I just want to say thank God so much for giving me this opportunity to be able to share this with y'all, as well as have y'all a part of my day as well as me in yours. So again, I hope y'all are having a great day wherever you are at. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join the Rich Gang family, man, go ahead and hit that like button, but also hit post notifications and turn them on, y'all. And last but not least, go ahead and share this video with your family and friends. I would truly appreciate that. But when it comes down to this build, I'm telling you, really going to be reminding me of the Paint Beast build that I have showed y'all earlier in the year, as well as the Versatile Paint Beast. Really, when it goes into it, you can make your own adjustments, but let's go ahead and start it off. We're going to go ahead and make this build under the power forward position. Now, a lot of people are saying that the power forwards are dead. In my opinion, they don't know what they're talking about because they are not touching the builds and making them the right way. So, when it comes down to it, go ahead and put the height on this build to 6'8". When it comes down to the weight, I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all with 210, and then when it comes down to the wingspan, go with 7'6". Now, body shape, completely going to be based off of your personal preference, but for my liking, I'm going to go ahead and say that build is going to be one of the best ones that looks really nice on this build. Now, again, you can make your own adjustments to it, whether it be the height, weight, or the wingspan, or even the stats. Does not matter, as long as you like the build, how it comes out, then everything is going to work out in the long run, so do not worry too much about it. Let's go ahead and start it off, though, with the finishing side of things. We're going to go with the standing dunk of 85. From there, driving dunk in 86, and the driving layup is going to be a 70. Now, when it comes down to the close shot, pretty much this is going to be based on for the badges, and also we're going to be putting our mid-range up anyway, so this is going to go up down the road. I'm going to put this to a 53, and that's going to give us 18 badges for the finishing. Now, when it comes down to the mid-range, go ahead and put this to a 75. Then when it comes down to that three-pointer, go ahead and put it to a 78. 20 badges so far. We necessarily do not have to put anything into the free throw, but I want to be able to let everyone take this build to any game mode possible. So I'm going to go ahead and put that free throw to an 82, and we're still going to end up with 20 badges. Now, when it comes down to the playmaking side of things, this is where you are really going to have to choose whether or not you want to put stats into this area. You can definitely go ahead and put it into your physicals, defense, shooting, or even the finishing. But again, you are going to risk changing up the build name, and I really feel like the pass accuracy is going to be the key stat that allows us to get this name. So, pass accuracy is going to be an 85, ball handle a 76, and then the speed with ball is going to be somewhere around the 60s range. As long as you get the 19 badges, you're going to be perfect, so I'm going to leave it at 64. Now, let's go ahead and get into the defense. So, the interior, 64. Perimeter, 1 off the max of 86. Our steal, we're actually going to be in the 80s at 82. And then when it comes down to that block, you can max this out if you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and put this to 90. And so far, that's 19 badges. But once we go ahead and start putting it into the rebounding, offensive is going to be an 86. Defensive, going to be a 93. So the defense on this build is really solid. Get a solid amount of playmaking badges as well. Then with the shooting as well as the finishing, 32 for the defense, in my opinion, is very much overpowered in my opinion. Now, physicals, we're maxing out that speed as well as the acceleration. Vertical going to be a 76, and then when it comes down to that stamina, you can really go ahead and put this based off of your own preference, but I'm going to go with a 93. Somewhere in the 90s range or even the 80s is what I personally feel like is going to be a safe zone. So again, if you want to make your own adjustments to this build, go ahead and do it, but I truly believe that this is going to be the best way that we can make it. I've went back and forth with trying to adjust the stats in order to get different build names, and this is what I ultimately came out with. 18, 20, 19, and 32. Not a bad setup, especially for this being a rare glass cleaning facilitator build. Definitely going to be worth grinding now, and then on top of all that, the takeovers are going to make this build even better. So it really comes down to what you want to do. If you feel like you want to change a couple different things, go ahead and do it. I'm highly recommending that. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at these takeovers, y'all. So when it comes down to the first one, you're going to see we're actually going to be getting sharpshooting, playmaking, lockdown, and it's crazy that we're also going to be getting that glass cleaning, y'all. All of these are really going to be some nice ones to pick from. But in my opinion, if you want to make the build the best and most cheesiest overall, go ahead and double up with lockdown or glass cleaning takeover. If you want to go ahead and help out on the offensive side, y'all already know which takeovers to pick. In my personal preference, I would really change this build up. Going with a playmaking takeover, team ratings boost is definitely going to help everybody out this year. But when you go down to the defense, I would go with extreme clamps. And as y'all can see, we have made the first ever glass cleaning facilitator build name, y'all. I really like the comparisons of Anthony Davis. I think that that's going to be a really nice one. But let's go ahead and check out really quick what this build is going to be looking like at 99, because a lot of things really go into it. You can consider teammates that are going to be running floor general, defensive leader, and then on top of all that, if you buy boost, definitely going to make this build even better. Now, compared to last year's build, you are definitely really close to those pro dribble moves, but we are a power forward. So the only way to do that is if you end up getting +4 to that playmaking on the ball handle side of things. But when it comes down to that driving dunk, we are definitely going to be able to get most of the contact dunks. So that is going to be really clutch when it comes down to this build. Y'all can already see. Let's just say that we buy boost for our defense for every single category. And we're going to be running with a teammate with defensive leader, easily at least a +8. So when you consider that, interior defense going to be in the 70s, perimeter 90s, steal 90s, almost going to be having a 99 block, but with takeover we will. Defensive rebound can easily hit the 90s, and the same thing with the offensive, y'all. Consider everything, including your takeover boost, and this build is definitely going to be taken over the top when it comes down to the defensive side. So we get a good amount of badges when it comes down to the finishing, 18 in all. So the first one I'm going to hit y'all with is gold slithery finisher. Now from here, it's really based off of what you like, but I'm going to go with limitless takeoff on gold as well as silver posterizer. Now with these last 6, really, you can go ahead and put these into any category that you like, but for my liking, I have to go ahead and say that if you put them into categories of badges that are going to unlock animations, that is going to be the best way to go about it. So for me, I would go with Lob City Finisher on bronze, and honestly, that is one small example of what I'm talking about when it comes down to unlocking animations. You're going to have a much higher success rate rather than not having Lob City Finisher on at all. Now for this last one, really, you can go with any single badge in the game. Putback Boss is another one of those badges that is definitely going to allow us to unlock certain animations when it comes down to getting putback dunks. Now, let's go ahead and get into the shooting. 20 badges to work with. So again, these are all going to be based off of my preference and what I feel like is going to be best for this specific build. So with the 20 badges that we do have, and then on top of all that, you've seen the stats. Shooting stats are easily going to be able to hit the 80s, especially depending on the takeovers that you pick, as well as if you are buying boost. Now, one badge that I'm going to say that we all need, no matter what tier you can get it on, is going to be Hot Zone Hunter. From there, we have 17 remaining badges, so one that I would really say that's going to matter for everybody is honestly going to be Deadeye, Volume Shooter. You can even really say that Corner Specialist as well. There's a lot of different badges that we're going to be able to go with. For me, Limitless Spot Up, definitely going to be helpful, especially if you are more of a shooter rather than a dribbling and then pop. So I'm going to go ahead and add that with Silver Corner Specialist just to make it even better, as well as Deadeye and Catch and Shoot. Now, with the last 5, these are going to be based off of what you like, but I'm going to go with lucky number 7. Now, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. 19 badges to work with, so honestly, there is some good wealth when it comes down to this category. For me, I would say that one of the most important badges that y'all gotta go with is going to be Quick First Step, at least on bronze. Even if you get it on silver, go ahead and put it on. This makes a huge difference for any build that's able to unlock it. Now, a couple of badges that catch my eye when it comes down to this build that we definitely have to put on before anything else. The first one is going to be Handles for Days. Now, one that also catches my mind that we necessarily won't need to put on, but you can if you want to, and that's going to be Post Playmaker, y'all. Especially if you're backing somebody down that's smaller than you, you are definitely going to attract the double or even triple team, and then from there you can kick out, helping out your teammates, and you can also pair that badge up with Dimer as well as Flashy Passer, which makes it even better. 3 boosts in 1, and that's going to be coming from one single category of playmaking, y'all. Now, I'm going to go with Silver Bailout as well as Triple Threat Juke. From there, like I said, Quick First Step and Hyperdrive are 2 badges that we want to put on. With this last one, I ended up going with Unpluckable in there. You could go ahead and put on Bullet Passer. I feel like that's going to be a perfect setup to go with. Now, let's go ahead and get into the defense. 32 badges to work with. So the very first one that I'm going to hit y'all with is going to be Gold Intimidator as well as Rebound Chaser. Now, of course, we have to go ahead and put on Rim Protector as well as Menace. Both of these badges are definitely overpowered. Now, I ended up putting on Hustler, but I would take it off to replace it with Chase Down Artist. The last one you can really consider Pogo Stick or Interceptor on Gold or Silver. Both of these are going to be really good, but in my opinion, I would go ahead and take off the Pogo Stick to go ahead and add on Clamps. Then, we're going to go ahead and change up a couple different things. So, we still have Box available, but we used all the badge points that we possibly can get. So, y'all know that means that we have to go ahead and make a couple of minor adjustments. If you want to, go ahead and take off Chase Down Artist. You don't have to, but then you can go ahead and put it back on Silver, and that is the final setup that we would go with of 18, 20, 19, and 32. Thank y'all so much to everybody who made it to the end. Go ahead and comment down RGF if you did. I got another banger dropping for y'all tomorrow. I told y'all today that I would drop another one, and here is the video for y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I thank y'all. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. If you want to go ahead and join the Rich Gang family, man, go ahead and turn on post notifications, and let's go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get 50 big ones on this video. Go ahead and share this video with your family and friends. And last, but definitely not least, I got one last thing to say, y'all. Thank God and Rich out.